All right, there are 3 games on the World Cup schedule today. Most eyes will be on Miami, where Lionel Messi leads Argentina in their knockout round game against tournament Cinderella Cape Verde. Messi looked elite in group stage action, scoring 6 goals, now tied for the most so far in the tournament. Chris Branch, who's been covering the World Cup for The Athletic, joins me now to discuss this and some of the other big moves out there. Chris, good Friday afternoon to you. So let's talk about Cape Verde. Can it really stop Messi? What do you think? What are your expectations?
You know, I would tell you no, but I have said no about them this entire tournament, and here they are in the knockout rounds where no one expected them to be. So I have no idea. But right now, my brain tells me no.
Right now, your brain tells you no. Okay, everyone's talking about the finish to the Croatia versus Portugal match. You had this late equalizer by Croatia that appeared to send the game to extra time, but this controversial video review ruled their goal offside. The fans were throwing trash on the pitch. They were so frustrated with this. What did you make of the use of the technology to make that call?
It was tough. I think it was the right call. It seems like everybody agreed that it did graze him, and they had the technology to say that. That being said, it's a real bummer that a hair graze ends the tournament for one team and extends another team. It didn't feel right in the moment, but it was technically the right call.
Let's talk about the historic win from Egypt, which just beat Australia in penalty kicks after that match went into overtime. Historic for the country, for the African continent. Tell us about the significance of this game.
It's an amazing moment for, as you said, both country and continent. So many African teams had played really well in this tournament and came up just short in the knockout round. So to see Egypt do it is very cool. It's the first win in their country's history in the knockout round. So it's very cool. I mean, Premier League fans know Mo Salah, but he is, a hero there. And he hit his PK in just a few minutes ago. So it was very cool to see.
This is becoming a bit of a common theme, though. A number of games have gone into overtime. A number of games have been decided in penalty kicks. And as any football fan will tell you, it's the most excruciating because they could go either way. These are all 50-50 coin flips. Why do you think that we're seeing so much of that in this World Cup? And will it work in attracting Americans to the love of a new game?
For your first question, I have no idea, and I'm not complaining about it. This has been an incredible World Cup. I can't explain how good it has been. There have been so few blowouts. You see France blow out a team, Spain, but otherwise it has been close down to the last minute in so many games. So I can't tell you why. I just think it's great. And it is great for the American soccer public. I mean, in my own job, I have so many people who have never been interested in soccer asking me questions. What is offsides? What is this? That have never even expressed an interest in soccer. So I do hope it leads to a boom here.
The U.S. will play Belgium next. I believe this game is on Monday night. And this is all part of the recruitment of this sport, seeing the U.S. team do so well. What are your expectations for Monday?
It's tough without Balogun in the game over that controversial red card. I don't know what's going to happen. With him in the lineup, I think they would win. I still think they have a good chance to win. I have not been overly impressed with Belgium so far, but they have a very good team that can absolutely win this game. Belgium beat the U.S. 5-2 in a friendly just before the World Cup, so there is precedent there. I do still think the U.S. has a lot of momentum, and if it's a huge win, and it's arguably the biggest win in modern soccer history for the men in this country, I think it's going to blow up everywhere.
Folarin Balogun, known as Flo, had that controversial red card call. And I think if the U.S. wins or loses, folks will look back to that red card as a deciding factor. Can the U.S. appeal it? For all the non-initiated, what is the real weight of a red card? And can a team appeal it at all?
In other countries and in leagues, yes, they can. But in this, FIFA has confirmed that they cannot appeal it. He will serve the one-game suspension on Monday. It's a real bummer. You get the red card and you think, oh, maybe they can overturn it. Maybe not. They confirmed the red card and it immediately meant he would miss the game. It took the air out of the stadium for sure for a few moments there. And like you said, in that moment, I kind of realized that it is a turning point in this tournament for this team. I mean, they could really grit up and win this game, or it could be the reason they're out.
Well, we wish the best of luck to the U.S. men's national team. What a win after a 4th of July weekend if they're able to pull it off on Monday. Chris Branch, Great to get your insight. Thanks for being with us. Enjoy
Thank
your
you,
weekend.
Errol.